Hello there, folks. Cranky Old Cuber here. Welcome to my October Q&A. This time I'll be doing a relay of all my magnetic 3x3s in the background while I answer your questions. Well, almost all of them, because the black MF3RSM is currently in use as a first layer trainer for the tutorial series I'm working on right now, so I'm only doing 12 of the 13. Incidentally, of the 12 cubes you see here, I magnetized 8 of them, and they are awesome. Also, you might hear some piano in the background. My sister's upstairs playing piano while I record, but I need to do this recording, so I'm just going to do it. And yay, piano. Let's see. From left to right, we have a Cubicle GTS-M, that's version 1, a GAN Air UM, a Cubicle Volk 3M, an MF3RSM, the stickerless one, a GTS-2M, a Warrior WM, a Yushin Little Magic M, another GTS-2M. As a matter of fact, the stickerless GTS-2M is my main. The Cubing Classroom 50mm Mini 3x3M, the Yuxiao Pro M, the Yan 3M, and finally the GAN Air SM. So let's get to the questions. From RC Cuber, why do you like cubing? Well, working on twisty puzzles is a nice thing to do when I want to stop doing work and just relax, and I really enjoy figuring out how the new ones work. Speed solving is an additional challenge because I can measure progress, but it's not super relaxing. And I just found another aspect of cubing that I really like, and that's the feeling of community I get when I'm at a competition with other cubers. From David Scheucher, why do you spend $50 on a 3x3 which doesn't make you faster? All right, I'm going to go ahead and answer this question, even though the snark is strong with this one. The main reason for me is I like the collecting aspect of cubing. It's a little bit like I gotta catch 'em all. But also, as Jairus Sam mentioned in the comments, because I can. I'm a software developer in the prime of my life, and I can afford to buy cubes, so I do. And if I unbox it on my channel and give my impressions of it, well, that's just another data point out there about it. I figure there's at least a couple other people out there who like cubes to feel the way I like them to feel, and so maybe I'm doing somebody a service. From Alyssa the Cuber. Hi, Alyssa. Would you rather have to use a straight out-of-the-box original Rubik's brand in a comp, or use a 9x9 as a 3x3 in a comp? That's a good question. I think I'd actually rather use the 9x9 Huanglong than the Rubik's, but that's just a gut feeling, and that really wants to be tested. So, it's going on my list of things to do in the future. This totally means I'm going to do it, eventually, someday. Yep, seriously, for sure, I'll do it. Okay, this next one has a visual, so if you're not paying attention to the screen, now would be a good time to do that. Are you with me now? Okay, here we go. You've been warned. Cheryl Hammond had a series of cues, to which I respond, lol. From Mentos Cubing, how long do you think Patrick's world record will last? Well, I'm going to guess less than a year. Matt's record lasted a little over a month, and then Felix's record lasted about 9 months. I've seen more than one unofficial result under Patrick's time, so I think it's just a matter of time. I didn't do an exhaustive statistical analysis, though, so your mileage may vary. From CubeStack, how'd you get into cubing? I did a video about this. It's the Not Really a Tutorial 1981 video thing, which you can go watch if you want to. I'll link it in the description. But I like answering this question, so I'm going to do it again. When I was in 7th grade, a friend of mine got a Rubik's Cube, like a real one. And shortly after that, I got some knockoff cube. And we spent much of 7th grade hanging out at the girls' basketball games, figuring out how to solve it, which we did. We figured it out. After 7th grade, I'd solve it off and on over the years. But once I was in college, life intervened, and I misplaced my cube and didn't solve a cube much at all after that. But in the fall of 2016, Cranky Dave reminded me of the existence of the things, and I bought a set of Xingxiao puzzles, 2x2 through 5x5, and then I bought a Xingxiao 6x6 and 7x7, And then Cranky Dave, remember Cranky Dave? Cranky Dave intervened and said I needed to quit buying Shingshao stuff, and he sent me a Moyu Weilong GTS, version 1, which was amazing, and I had never seen the like. I decided to learn to speed solve, and then I discovered speed solving big cubes, and other twisty puzzles like cuboids and minxes, and then we were off to the races. Exploring cubing had several questions, so I will answer them. Do you think GAN cubes are overpriced? How much should the SM be? Well, I think if people are willing to pay $50 for the SM, then that's what it's worth, but that's a purely supply and demand economics answer. I can tell you that I did not pay $50 for the SM, and probably wouldn't, although it is a very nice cube. Order cube companies from best to worst. All right, I'm just going to say up front, I'm probably not going to do this. However, I will give you an answer. It depends on what you mean by good. I mean, Moyu, Qi, and GAN make really nice 3x3s, but Yushin kind of doesn't. I mean, the little magic is pretty okay, but I'm not going to use it as a main. I want my GTS 2M for a comp. But Yushin's 4x4 and up are great big cubes, and they're my favorites, and actually they're my mains. Diane, they make the Bagua. And that's just an awesome puzzle, and it's the only thing like it out there that I've ever seen. So I'm going to count them as good too. Shengshao makes the big minxes, and they are awesome. I adore the giant minxes, and so I'm going to call them good. All of the Moyu sub-brands are good and useful in their own way. I mean, YJ's not really a sub-brand of Moyu, but we kind of think of it that way, and they make the, Axis Cube and the Fisher Cube and the Windmill Cube and all that stuff, and those are pretty good. I don't know. I mean, I think my least favorite cube company is Rubik's. I know, it's not really an answer. What is your favorite WCA and non-WCA event? All right, 4x4 is probably my favorite WCA event right now. And my current favorite non-WCA puzzle is probably the Ultra Gigamorphics, as I call it. It's the 5x5 Master Morphics. Do you think there will be a sub-4 world record single in competition officially? Yes, I think it is just a matter of time. I think it just has to be somebody lining up on a competition day and they get a good scramble, or they're just on, because I don't know what the floor is on what's possible, but I'm pretty sure 4 seconds isn't it. And I've seen existing videos of sub-4 unofficial time solves out there, so it's gonna happen. Just who knows when, but it will. What's your next favorite thing aside from cubing? Probably music. I sing, I'm taking violin lessons now, I compose, most recently for my daughter's high school orchestra, and I lead a group of musicians who play music with me on period instruments at the Renaissance Fair every year. So yeah, music. There's a bunch of other stuff, but we'll go with music for now. And finally, Cranky Dave had a bunch of questions. Cranky Dave wants to know, how awesome is Cranky Dave in real life? Well, I will answer that as, Cranky Dave is pretty sure he's really awesome. Is Cranky Dave as cool as he seems? Well, given that Cranky Dave doesn't seem super cool, I'd say he's exactly as cool as he seems. Why aren't I, cranky old cuber, faster than Cranky Dave? Just lucky, I guess. Okay, that wraps up the Q&A. But I think I'm still solving, so I'm going to talk some more. I think I may have averaged a little under a minute for each of these solves, and this is not a super good relay, but it's okay. It's a relay. It's fun, right? Okay, so end of Q&A, except I have a question for you. I am considering doing the occasional informal live stream just from my phone. And Dave and I are also cooking up something soon too, but that's another thing. So for an informal live stream, is there anybody out there that would watch such a thing? If so, what are the best days and times for all y'all? Let me know down in the comments, because I will take that into account. Okay, I've got a few updates too. I'm getting really close to having the first 3x3 beginner tutorial video thing ready. As a matter of fact, I just finished putting the rough cut together for the second layer, so I've only got one layer left to do. It ended up being a lot of work and editing and such, but I think it'll be worth it. So look for that in the future. Also, I'd like to get the next season of Two Old Cubers started, so Dave and I are going to start recording those again pretty soon. It looks like we might get to do at least one remote interview with another old cuber, so we have that to look forward to. Finally, I have a giant backlog of reviews, and I mean giant, it's big. I want to do them. The unboxings are going to slow down a bit because I've caught up with most of the older stuff that I wanted to get from my collection. So I'll probably only be unboxing new stuff as it comes out. Now, of course, the first thing that'll happen is I'll break that when I think of something old that's cool that I want to get, but we'll see. In any case, unboxing new stuff, going to do some reviews, and going to continue work on this tutorial thing, and that's pretty much what's going on with me. So, thank you for watching, and I will catch you at the next video. Cheers.